Hi class, my name is Christina Tarango and I will be showing you a short slideshow on how to fill prescription medications. First, I would just like to give you a brief introduction. So, as you can see in the picture, that is me and some colleagues working at Walgreens, and we were basically dressing up for Halloween so we can make it very fun. Pharmacy is a great profession to go into, and you can make a lot of connections and work as a team and get to really know your way around a medical field. Whether it's working in pharmacy or for a doctor's office, they're all really interconnected, and it's a really nice flow once you get to know everybody in your community. I never was really good at communication skills, and now I can talk with customers and colleagues and doctors in a professional manner that I think is very beneficial if you're going to go into a profession like this. Also, I love helping people, and I just like to be a part of a medical profession, and it's just something I've always wanted to do. So, steps before filling, there's a lot that goes into it, but it really brings everything together. So, it starts off with the doctor writing a prescription, and it could be sent in various ways, whether dropped off or faxed in. And that prescription, it has to be scanned in, and then it gets typed up, and there's insurance that we run through unless you're going to pay out of pocket. But everything that goes into filling a prescription, all these steps are done beforehand. So once it gets typed, the pharmacist will look at the prescription, make sure it is valid, has the correct day supply, correct directions, no drug interactions, and once all that is done, the label will print out, and what we will need to fill is our label, the drug on the label, and the device that we will put the drug in. And I work in long-term care right now, so we do use different things, but we mainly use bubble packs. A tray for the bubble pack, a prescription scanner, so they are different everywhere. And ours doesn't look like that, but you still have to scan your label and the drug, and that is just that safety net that you are using the right prescription. You will need a heat press. Some of these heat presses are hard to push down, so that's why I put muscle, and a pen, because you never know when you're going to have to put something on the label, especially if there's two bubble pack cards, so 1 of 2, 2 of 2, so it's always handy. Now let's fill our prescription. So we have our label, and this is just something generic, nothing with any really information on it. HIPAA is a big deal, and that is patient privacy. So, it's our job to keep that private, especially for our patients. And so we're going to look at the label here, and a name would go here, and a drug, and the milligram would go here in this. And the quantity is very, very important when you're filling a bubble pack, because, it gives you an idea of how much you're going to need and how you're going to pack it. So, for example, I chose ibuprofen because it's simple, it's something everyone can relate to. It comes in a capsule, a tablet, it even comes in liquid form. So it's very important to pay attention to the label so you know what you're grabbing off the shelf. And so, here's the ibuprofen that I have, and like I said, liquid, tablets, capsules. So when you read your label, if it says tablets, you want to make sure you grab enough. If it says 30 tablets, some bottles may be halfway less than empty. You want to make sure you grab enough for your bubble pack. And that goes for your capsules and your liquids. You might need to grab a liquid vial for 240 mLs, you know, also 8-ounce bottle. So it's just good to know what you're going to need. That way you grab it and you get to your workstation and get ready to fill. So, how are we going to pack in a bubble pack? And like I said, the label is a good indicator of what we're going to need. So like right here in the corner you can see some bubble packs of 30, and then, you know, the third one from the left to the right, that is a package of 60, so that's a good example. So if we were going to do ibuprofen tablets quantity 30, we would need, you know, a 30 bubble pack. And like the gels, the capsules, if they're really big, we would use a cold seal, and that requires no heat. It's really sticky, and you know, you just put them together and it's nice and secure for your patient. Now hot seal, we use those a lot more than cold seals, and I will show you what we do with those. So tray time. So all trays are different. I couldn't find one that we use, but you would put your bubble pack inside these little holes and push it down, and then you will look at your label. If it says once daily, you will just put one tablet per bubble, up to 30. So we're giving them a 30-day supply. And we put it in this tray because, you know, these packs are really flimsy, and if we were to put them in the heat press, they would get crushed and they would melt, and it would be a very big mess. And so once we do that, you know, you make sure you have all your tablets where they need to be. You close the other half of the bubble pack, and then we will put it in this heat press. And I thought that was really cool when I first started at this new job. I had never worked with the heat press before, and I just thought it was a really cool device. These are really hot, and I think all of us have at least burnt ourselves once or twice. Yeah, it's really dangerous. Even when my face gets next to it, it's not that pleasant. So once you close the seal on your bubble pack, you will place the cardboard and the bubble pack inside here, and you will push down using some muscle, because it can be really hard sometimes. There is like a timer, a 10-second timer, and it will count backwards, and once it hits 3, 2, 1, it will beep. Because if you leave it in there too long, especially a capsule, it will melt. So you have to be careful. Okay, so to complete our bubble pack, we are finishing up the process. And so once you take it out, once you take it out of the heat press, you will flip it over so your tray is on top, and you will push down to secure it. Make sure it's nice and secure. And you know, I always double check my bubbles. Sometimes pills jump into the same bubble, and we have to go in there and fix it with the razor. And these auxiliary labels are nice because they have one that says pharmacy altered. So if I were to mess up and open one of those bubble packs, they could see that it was a pharmacy technician or pharmacist that went in there and fixed it. And we also do dosages where customers get morning prescriptions, evening prescriptions, so it's our job to put those important labels on there. Lastly, once we're done, we could stack up all our bubble packs, or take the one we need to the pharmacist. They will scan it through with the scanner, and they will double check and make sure that it is the right prescription and it's filled accordingly. Thank you so much for watching this short little video.